somehow through it all, she still manages to keep a smile on her face and do all she can for this family. This is my cancer story. How do you define cancer? Cancer is defined as a disease caused by an uncontrolled division of abnormal cells in a part of the body. For instance, he's got cancer. And a practice or phenomenon perceived to be evil or destructive and hard to contain or eradicate. For example, gambling is a cancer sweeping across the nation. Now, I may have to make multiple videos to tell you guys everything, but it is a fluid situation. And all I can say is get yourself checked and make sure you're prepared for the worst. The reason for this is because right now I'm getting more emails and comments and DMs about stocking up and stockpiling. Worries, panic, and fear about shortages and inflation persist. Threats of World War III or a U.S. Civil War or both loom. And we're on the brink of a middle-class collapse. And Evergrande just went bust. The CEO is MIA, and this huge crash could bankrupt the world. Figuratively, of course. But I'll tell you that right now, we're in the early stages and we're holding out hope and looking forward to the days of remission. I'll let Michelle fill you in on more. Michelle will fill you in more on her channels, but the problem is growing and it's alarming. Health scares popping up all over the place, and honestly, it's got me wondering why. So obviously, there's no secret here, and the flood of titles and saying goodbye and seeing folks quit is rather alarming. Are they getting checked regularly? Are mammograms even safe? Yeah, but it's crazy because I see this all the time. I see it happening more and more, and we're not the only ones. I know we're not the only ones. I mean, it's not isolated to just us, and even some folks out there who are having these same problems but aren't necessarily talking about them doesn't mean that it's not happening, doesn't mean that it's not real. And oftentimes the answer, the solution, the remedy, the possible treatment may be less conventional, maybe less orthodox. There's that M2. Max and I's favorite car over there, that M2. It's a beautiful car. Maybe that could be a bucket list item, But yeah, 2024 has started off to be one hellacious year, and 2023 wasn't very easy either. I mean, we made it through it, but it wasn't really what we had hoped for and what we had planned for and expected. But 2024 has proven to be even more difficult. So we'll just have to see where this journey takes us and figure out a game plan and a strategy to survive. I mean, we've made it this long. So we made it this long. We'll hopefully make it even further. But yeah. It's scary. It really is. Especially when you see it happening to other people, and they give you the timelines and the countdowns and tell their stories and recount how they got to this point. how they got to this point. And you say to yourself, you say, hey, morning. You say to yourself, I'm seeing the same symptoms. I'm seeing the same signs. You know, I got the same problems. I've been told the same thing. So you got to think, oh shoot, I guess I'm next, you know? It's only logical. It only makes sense that would be the natural course, right? Maybe it's because they have implants, possibly because of surgical augmentation. So many thoughts running through my head all the time, but this is why we try and plan and prepare, right? Because if you're unfortunately placed in a position where you lose both, then what's next? How do you pick up the pieces and move on from there? It will be tough, no doubt. So I've been doing my homework and researching others' experiences and case studies, trying to figure out the best plan of action, moving on from here. The answers are not clear, and I don't think it's going to be easy. But I'll be damned if I'm going to just give up and not try. So, thank you all for your continued love and support. It really means the world to me. And I'll say that for me personally, these things they're kind of scary. And they leave me a little worried, like 3 months to live, stage 4 bowel cancer diagnosis. Am I at risk? Should I go see a specialist? What do I do now? How much longer do I have, or are my days numbered? Should I begin making my peace and saying my goodbyes? I mean, I don't think that there's an easy answer to, I don't think there's an easy answer or a set process for this. And honestly, Michelle and I, just like we were listening to Emma Chamberlain last night with Colin and Samir, everything's changing and nothing's the same. Or at least not like how it used to be. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, I'm not going to make this video too long. Just trying to hit 8 minutes. And we're going to go do our 4th beach walk this morning. I mean, this is our 4th in a row. We started on Monday. Today's now Thursday. And I think that, honestly, I think that this is really good for both of us to do this while we can. At least while we still can. And see just how many days in a row we can keep this consistency up. It's definitely a much cooler temperature this morning, but I really enjoy spending the time together and getting the much needed exercise. Do me a favor, please don't say anything to Michelle or comment on her channel about this, because I don't know if she's ready to really talk about it. I don't know if she's really ready to talk about it like that just yet. And I want her to bring her story to you on her own when she's ready. But if you want to show her some love and just watch her videos and give them a like and subscribe, then I know she would really appreciate it and it would lift her spirits. Anyone who does want to talk in private, then check the description and feel free to reach out. And again, thank you all. Please stay safe and stay frosty, friends. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.